Hello there, folks. Good evening, and thank you for tuning in and for watching this stream of Atlanta News First Plus, 8 o'clock time frame here, looking to talk weather, give you a check of the first alert forecast on this Thursday evening. Of course, probably need to check out the forecast any time of day or type of day, even if the weather's nice, which today, not bad. Lots of clouds, yes, but relatively low impact. But especially the need to get some more information to you this evening because we do have some pretty active weather moving in tomorrow. Widespread rain. Rain may occasionally be moderate to heavy, and it will be chilly and it will be breezy. Kind of a gross Friday, just straight up. It's going to be not the prettiest end to the work week with impactful weather, cold temperatures, and widespread rain that, yes, will taper down as we get into the weekend, but it won't be a pretty weekend either. Still tracking lots of clouds and at least a spotty chance of showers in the forecast, especially on our Saturday. Again, my name is First Alert Meteorologist Cutter Martin. If you have any weather questions, comments, concerns, I want to remind you we are streaming across many platforms this evening at AtlantaNewsFirst.com, the Atlanta News First app, First Alert Weather app, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and YouTube. YouTube, the place to be if you have any weather questions, comments, concerns. Again, I am watching that feed right now, and if you do have any weather questions, that's the place to be. Don't even technically have to give our account a like and a follow, though we would love that to be alerted to future live videos. You may be interested in those, but also you can just kind of tune into this particular stream, ask your weather question. I'll be monitoring that feed just to my left. All right, let's go ahead and dive into the first alert forecast, and it is chilly outside already. Temperatures back in the mid to upper 40s in many communities outside of I-285, outside of the metro. 50 downtown, though, 50 East Point, hanging on to just a little bit more of that warmth in the immediate city. You get outside of I-285, though, and very quickly temperatures will drop back into the mid and upper 40s. 46 there in Cartersville, north of Ackworth, 45 in Dallas. 47, Buford Academy up in Gwinnett in Buford. The Emory Yerkes campus there just to the south of Buford in the upper 40s. And 50 degrees in Conyers. It's kind of a closer look at the metro. Again, outside right now, still dry, lots of clouds. Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport. You can see the tarmac is dry. Everything's moving along accordingly. Weather not a big impact to any flights. Anyone out there driving on the road this evening? If you have evening plans, that, of course, is good news. But changes as we get into mid and late evening. Right now, we have temperatures upper 40s, lower 50s, as mentioned. We have a light breeze and a 20% chance of very light rain. We're talking very spotty rain, barely noticeable sort of stuff here. Nonetheless, overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, that rain chance will pretty quickly increase from west to east. Tomorrow is a first alert weather day. Weather will impact your plans tomorrow, and unfortunately, timing-wise, probably slow the morning commute, which no one wants on a Friday, right? It does look like also tomorrow morning, not only will temperatures be chillier, but as the storm system approaches, not only is it going to help boost our rain chance, but look at wind speeds there. Sustained east at 7 at 10 p.m., so light breeze. Sustained 10 to 15, probably gusts up to about 20, though, out the door tomorrow morning, 7, 8 a.m. That'll make that 43, feel like 33. Rain is falling at that time, so you get the idea. Not the most comfortable of Friday starts, nonetheless. There is good news here. We're not anticipating any severe weather with this particular setup, and yes, rain will be widespread and fairly persistent, but it won't be, crazy heavy. We're not talking about flooding rains here, just a soggy, a wet Friday morning in the first alert forecast, one which will probably demand, if you want to get to work to your destination on time, demand you plan a few extra minutes into that morning commute tomorrow. So just a heads up, first alert weather, not the best for your first commute of the day. Case in point, we'll give you the yellow light. I think rain for the early commuters will be lightest and still a little bit scattered, meaning there will be some breaks, but the longer you wait to commute, or maybe you have a half day tomorrow and you are taking the morning off, if you're heading in at 10, 11 a.m., maybe noon for that back half of the day, rain will be pretty steady at that point. Again, data coming in today very consistent with the idea that late morning, early afternoon Friday, that is when the steadiest of the rain and maybe some embedded heavier showers will impact North Georgia and Metro Atlanta. So just keep that in mind. Rain, it'll be a factor for the morning commute, but it looks even wetter late morning to early afternoon before we do get some improvement in the forecast tomorrow evening. About 5 minutes into the stream, I want to go ahead and walk you hour by hour now. You're looking at a forecast model. This is just one run of what one computer thinks radar will look like tomorrow. So again, this is just one of the tools that the First Alert Forecast team uses to develop the first alert forecast. It may not verify with 100% accuracy, but I think it has a good idea with how tomorrow will unfold. And we can walk hour by hour, give you a layout of the day, kind of a lay of the land, so to speak, of the forecast tomorrow. So first alert weather day in place tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Roads are wet. According to this particular run of this forecast model, the steadiest of the rain east of I-75 at 7 a.m. So a little bit of a lull, maybe in that 7:30, 8:30 time frame. But again, the semantics here, the extreme specific, 7:45 versus 8 a.m. versus 8:15, forecast models are going to really struggle with that specific of a forecast as far as, is it raining at that moment? Is it not raining at that moment? What I want to drive home here is that there will be rain somewhere all morning long in North Georgia and in the metro, and at times that rain will be widespread. We're talking 100% coverage. Here we are at 11 a.m. noon, soggy lunch hour. It is pretty much a guarantee at this point. And notice you see some yellows and some oranges in there. That's steadier rain. So it'll add up there, puddle-making rains. Steady rain, maybe a rumble or two of thunder in here, though no organized thunderstorms in the forecast. And this is not a repeat of the weather that we had yesterday with those really torrential downpours, the thunder, the lightning, the severe wind gusts that moved through yesterday as that front moved through. Not a repeat of that. This is a cold, a windy, a steady rain. But when I mean windy, I mean more so breezy, not severe winds or anything like that. So tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m., still steady rain. The drive home could be impacted, especially if you live east of 75. So if you live in Hall County, if you live in Rockdale County, if you live in Newton County, Walton County, if you maybe live in Athens and you commute to Atlanta every day, driving back home tomorrow, probably it's going to be a wet commute for you. But if you live in Chattooga County, if you live in Floyd County, the Rome area, Carrollton area, if you drive west during the evening commute, you may drive into some drier weather. I think still damp roadways, but rain will kind of slack off a little bit the further west you head. And I think by 7 p.m. dinner time tomorrow, of course, it's a Friday. A lot of folks have dinner plans, drink plans, going out plans with their friends, their family, and their loved ones, or maybe have a grocery store trip that is needed or errands you need to get done. It does look a little drier. The steadiest of the rain shifting east by that point, but still some spotty showers in the first alert forecast. And let's keep in mind, it will have rained almost all day long. It is tomorrow, at least, March 1st, that sun angle getting a little higher, but still low enough to where, it rains in the wintertime, the clouds stick around. It's hard to get it to really dry out that quickly. So I would still expect some damp conditions, some wet roadways, that spray kicking up on the roads tomorrow evening, even for the dinner plans, even though the steadiest of the rain will have ended by then, with still some spotty showers, hit or miss rain in the forecast late Friday night into early Saturday morning, but not as widespread as it was earlier in the day. So that is some good news, I guess, for the Friday plans. If your plans take you outdoors in the evening time, it'll be chilly. There will be a breeze, but rain will not be as widespread. So a bit of a saving grace there with those plans Friday evening. High temperatures tomorrow, thanks to that east breeze, which you probably felt today. That east breeze kept us a little cooler than forecast. We only managed low 50s in many communities. We were hoping mid to upper 50s. Those clouds really moved in, and that east breeze is driving in some cooler air. And with the east breeze still blowing, the clouds in place, and the rain falling tomorrow morning, it will be a chilly day. High temperatures tomorrow only in the mid to upper 40s in many communities. Douglasville, 46. Estelle, 46. Smyrna, mid-40s. So if you're watching from the north side, it'll be chilly. Alpharetta, 44. That's as warm as you get tomorrow afternoon. 47 in Atlanta, Gwinnett, DeKalb counties, again, one of the cooler spots. The further north and east you head, the general direction up towards Lake Lanier and Hall County, the harder it's going to be for you to get out of the mid-40s. So notice Beaufort, 44, 45 Lithonia. We just showed you the city of Atlanta at 46, 47. So that trend, the further south and west you go, the warmer it will be. Of course, warmer, kind of using that term a little liberally there. It won't be warm anywhere tomorrow. Temperature stuck in the 40s, but cold-ist, chilly-ist across the northeast side. Mentioned no severe weather and the risk of any flooding is low. This is a look at forecast rainfall accumulations over the next 3 days. So the bulk of what you're seeing on the map is forecast to fall tomorrow and into tomorrow evening before it slacks off as we showed you hour by hour. And we're looking at an average of maybe 3/4 of an inch, an inch and a quarter of rain. Of course, that's a decent total, but it's spread out over several hours, so we're not forecasting any flooding. There could be some rises on some of our urban creeks, Peachtree Creek, for example, perhaps some of our rivers being winter still, and a lot of our plants are dormant. A lot of this water just doesn't soak up as much as it would in the spring and in the summer when all our plants are really, really soaking up all that moisture. So we could see some runoff there, but not anticipating any huge issues. If there is any road flooding or street flooding, it'll be the minor stuff in your typical trouble spots. So there is some good news there. And again, for date night tomorrow evening, tomorrow is a first alert weather day, and I think it will still be not the prettiest of date nights on your Friday. Nonetheless, rain does slack off after 6, 7 p.m. for sure. Spotty rain. We're going to peel back that first alert weather day for the evening plans. Again, not a pretty evening. It'll be chilly. There will be a breeze, lots of clouds, probably low clouds, maybe some patchy fog, but rain spottier for the evening plans compared to the earlier day plans that by that point will have been pretty much soaked. First alert 7-day forecast. Again, not the prettiest of weekend. Saturday, Sunday, lots of clouds, spotty rain, most likely Saturday morning. So if you're trying to get a long run in, a long walk in, any gardening or yard work in Saturday morning, it's going to be a little touch and go. But the majority of the day after that time does look a little bit drier. So not a first alert weather day. I think there's still plenty of dry time to be had, but just not the driest and the prettiest scenario. Lots of clouds Sunday, just a 20% chance of rain. Look at temperatures warming back up, upper 60s and lower 70s Sunday and Monday afternoons. Tuesday, this is an addition. This is an update from when we spoke yesterday evening, same time on Atlanta News First Plus. Tuesday, a first alert weather day. The storm system moving in. Forecast models having a little bit of trouble resolving this next first alert weather day. It does look like rain and maybe some embedded thunderstorms will arrive Tuesday. And into Wednesday, we could see some of that rain lingering into Wednesday morning. I don't think it is going to be, raining that entire 48-hour period, not all of Tuesday, not all of Wednesday, but models gradually starting to hone in on Tuesday afternoon through Wednesday morning as a time that will feature yet another round at this point of widespread rain and some embedded thunderstorms. And it's possible we could see that chance of shower activity linger into our Thursday. You see 40% chance of rain. But scattered, not a total washout, not like tomorrow. And look, temperatures next week much warmer, mid to upper 60s, some nearing 70 with inevitably a little bit more humidity in the air. I'm watching our YouTube chat. We have folks watching, no one asking questions, so hopefully everyone is up to date with the forecast. By now, tomorrow is going to be a wet, windy, cold day. Want to remind you that you can always grab a check of the forecast, even if you are away from the TV. This is AtlantaNewsFirst.com, website you're looking at right now. All you have to do is go and click on the First Alert Weather tab, and this is the most recent update. We just updated that a few moments ago. Again, this is at AtlantaNewsFirst.com. And you can get current conditions, hour-by-hour forecast, and a map, satellite and radar, where it's raining now, where it is forecast to rain. And another reminder, you don't even have to go on a desktop, of course. You can just find our forecast, our coverage on Atlanta or in the First Alert Weather app, also in the Atlanta News First app. And First Alert Meteorologist Patrick, Pete, and I are back here in just a little bit. Time now 8:14. We are back live on Atlanta News First on Peachtree TV, Atlanta CW affiliate, starting at 10 p.m. We'll join you then. Some new data coming in by then as well. So if there are any tweaks to the forecast, so aren't expecting very many, you'll catch them tonight at 10 and in the First Alert Weather app. Also the late news tonight, WANF at 11 with First Alert Meteorologist Patrick Pete. You can wake up early tomorrow morning with First Alert Meteorologist Courtney Jacobazi and Rodney Harris. They will have your full forecast by then, rain already falling. They'll help get you out the door, let you know where it's raining, where the rain is going, and any updates to the forecast, again, starting tomorrow morning at 4:30 if you can't stay up with us. Have a wonderful evening. Stay warm, stay dry on your Friday. There is some drier, some better weather in that weekend forecast.